Simon, great to spend some time with you here today in London. We're just looking at some networking tips. So let's say I'm going to my first networking event, never been networking before. I open the door, big room of people, buzzy networking.
Right.
Where do I start? What's the first thing I should be doing?
Well, the first thing is to really observe the room, and you can find people to begin a conversation with by looking for what's called open twos, open threes, open groups. When you look around the room, most people are like, I don't even know where to begin. So imagine that you're sort of on the God view. You're looking
looking down from above.
Yeah. Two people standing like you and I are sitting are perfect people to start a conversation with.
Open body language, that's what we're talking,
right.
yeah.
Whereas if you and I were shoulders perpendicular, facing each other, it's harder to break into a conversation.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. So you look for those open groups. And then it's very important that you know when you finally walk in there and you're having a conversation, know what to say. Have something prepared to talk about. Have a unique selling
Well, let's look at that. So, what to say is obviously a key thing. I want to talk about my business, but I don't want people to be bored of what I'm saying. I want them to be interested. How can I keep them interested in a conversation like that?
I think all too often people try to be interesting rather than be interested. And so one of the first things you should do is ask questions. So before you even start talking about what you want to pitch, instead you should be saying, tell me about what you do. What's your target market? Tell me more about that. What makes a good referral for you? What are some of the challenges that you have in that business? Get them to open up. A good networker has 2 ears and 1 mouth and uses them both proportionally. You've probably seen that, right?
Yeah, I've seen that.
All the time, yeah. So start with that. And then when it's your turn, then say something that really gets their attention. A unique selling proposition. One of my favorites is the Referral Institute. They say, we help people work less, make more, and create referrals for life. Now, whenever they say that last part, create referrals for life,
you can't help but be...
Yeah. Well, and here's the test to give people to see whether their unique selling proposition works or not. I call it the eyebrow test. Okay, it goes like this. If you say something and they go, oh, interesting, tell me more. That worked.
That's got their attention.
That's got their attention. If they do this, they're like, what do you mean? Yeah. And you've probably seen that when people say something and they go, wow, that's interesting.
And the other thing that strikes me about that is when you're talking, going back to the point, sort of ask about them first and then hold off talking about yourself first. Sounds a bit like giver's gain to me.
Oh, what a thought.
That's what I'm spotting from that.
Yeah. It's really about building a relationship, and the best way to build a relationship is to be interested. It's a great way to start in building a relationship.